Victoria Harbor Cats of the West Coast League saw another handful of players selected in the Major League Draft this week. Total of 4 players drafted, another one signed to a free agent contract. Leading the way was Lucas Ramirez. That's Manny's boy. Of course, we profiled the Ramirez family a week ago here on Global BC. The managing partner of the Harbor Cats is Jim Swanson. He steps into our batter's box. Good morning, Jim. For a franchise that hasn't been around all that long, boy, oh boy, you guys are sure becoming a pipeline for collegiate ball players chasing their big league dreams. Congratulations.
I appreciate that very much. I mean, you just profiled Sean Hefner, as we're proud to have had him with us in the 2023 season. Great young man, and love his story as a guy who came in as a shortstop and has turned into a power pitcher, and he's got a real chance to make the big leagues. It's fantastic. And he also played for Kamloops in our league, in the West Coast League as well. And you just mentioned Lucas Ramirez. The Ramirez family's been living here in Victoria for the whole summer, and it's been fun to watch that progression here in Victoria. And Lucas is big league ready right now as a defensive player, as a left-handed hitter. He's going to have a chance to develop, and signed a good signing bonus and got school guaranteed for him. So he's set up very well for the next number of years to give himself a chance to play pro baseball.
Jim, let's talk about the other Harbor Cats who were drafted this week and the possibility of them going from prospect to major leaguer. Who stands out and why, do you think?
Well, to me, we had 4 guys drafted. Ryan Magdeech, for me, was the left-handed pitcher who's 6'5", 240, an Ontario guy that we had in 2023, and just so much untapped potential. An easy 94 off the mound, and the potential to be in the hundreds for him with the proper training and just growth, and not a lot of wear and tear on his arm, which is fantastic for him. He's got a real opportunity. And he was just a fan favorite for us here in Victoria in 2023. And, having a free agent signing right away that same day. Actually, a guy who was living at my house for part of the summer here this summer. Connor Dykstra, welcome to the level, right? Connor Dykstra, who's from Chilliwack, who played college prep in Chilliwack, played for the Langley Blaze. He's just one of those guys as a catcher. He's a leader behind the plate. He shuts down running. It's like an amber flashing whenever he's behind the plate catching. You just don't want to run on him. And, Connor Dykstra, the kind of guy who can really shut down a game and has a lot of power in his game. And to see him come through George Mason University to us for a brief bit this year and be able to get a chance with the Seattle Mariners as a signed, major league free agent signing after the draft, he will have a legitimate chance, but it's going to happen for him. If it does happen for him, it'll be fast because he's an older player being signed as a free agent. And then we actually had one more than you're aware of. Jesse Brown, an outfielder from the Seattle area who was at UC Santa Barbara and played for us for 2 years. He signed with the Miami Marlins. And then Nanaimo Night Owls, our other team up there on the island here, had Connor Cascanet, who's from Duncan. He's signed now, yes, but he's drafted in the 12th round by the Marlins as well, coming out of Purdue. So Mid-Island Pirates guy, and through that system in the Nanaimo Mid-Island area, and just super proud for them and their family. And I know their story as well, and it's even more touching.
Love to hear the diamond news coming from the island. Jim, what's been the Harbor Cats baseball mission statement when it comes to putting on your uniform and developing as a ball player and a person?
You know what, we develop players in a winning atmosphere. That's really what our mission statement is, and a lot of that comes back to our coaching. Our coaching is outstanding. Our head coach, Todd Haney, who is an overachiever at every level he played at as a player. He's now in his late 50s, and Todd's a guy who can definitely give that story, and he's an authoritarian, but he has a lot of fun around the team and a lot of fun around the guys. And he's the real key to our piece here in Victoria. We appreciate the fact of the work that he's done, and Scott Anderson, our pitching coach, worked with Scott Hefner extensively last year and helped the things that Chris Pritchett and the guys at UBC were doing. So it's fantastic to see that as well. And then, in Nanaimo, to see what the work that Greg Frady and Gorm Highmuller and Sean Fitzgerald are doing with players. The key part is to really make the summer fun, but to make sure they're getting their work in and doing what they need to do to become the level of player that they all aspire to be. And you know what? Guys find out at this level in summer ball, when you're playing every day, they really find out truly how much they love the game and how much they're willing to grind and push themselves ahead. They all have the potential. It's now about putting in the work and separating themselves from other guys.
Jim, thank you so much for joining us. Congrats to the Harbor Cats organization to keep on rocking that cool baby blue ball cap. Have a great summer.
Yeah, they're great, aren't they? Isn't that a great hat? We love that hat. Thanks, Jay. Appreciate it.
All right, there you go. Jim Swanson's from the Victoria Harbor Cats. I'll tell you good stories coming from the island with the Harbor Cats and just up the highway in Nanaimo as well.
Lovely. And just to reiterate, you got Vanny coming in next hour.